Tommy G. Last time I reacted to Tommy G, I got banned on TikTok. Oh, let's get into it.
Cafeteria just rapping. Kept my foot on the gas, then I pressed down, then I caught traction. Got all state foot insurance.
Hey, there's border patrol. Literally, our hearts are racing. Dude. Okay, let's just get
The border, the line separating the United States and Mexico. Every day, people risk their lives to make it to the U.S., sustained by the hope of the American dream. In 2014, the United States declared a border crisis, and it's since become a central political theme with figures like Donald Trump using the border as a primary focus of his 2016 campaign. In the last year, we had a record-setting 1.5 million people attempt to cross the border. That record was nearly doubled, with 2.7 million people attempting to cross over. As a journalist, I needed to make a stop at the border town of Eagle Pass, Texas, to get a boots-on-the-ground look. Here we go.
Today we're on the border of Texas and Mexico. We're in Eagle Pass, Texas, just about to cross over into Piedras Negras, Mexico. And today we're exploring the story of immigration. We're gonna be talking to Coyotes, trying to visit a safe house, talking to immigrants, citizens,
Tommy,
potentially law
gang.
enforcement,
Tommy,
all of the
you got it
characters
on,
that are in this
bro.
complex
Tommy,
story
you
of
got
immigration.
it.
Our guide for the trip is Cheddar Blanco, a rapper from Eagle
Bro,
Pass,
he's still with Cheddar
San
Blanco.
Antonio.
I took a lot of losses in this game, but I got up and made it all over again.
He's making moves, and he's also helping us around on some of these treacherous waters that we're navigating. So we're crossing to Piedras Negras. What can you tell us about this city?
I would say Piedras Negras has a lot of poverty. People call this baby Mexico, like an Eagle Pass, but really it's like a whole different world over here. Well, it's just harder over here. It's just harder for people out here. Y'all are gonna see it firsthand. As soon as we cross, it's a whole nother world, bro. Like, there's a lot of violence and stuff, cartels, and even like government themselves. There's a lot of people over here just driving around with guns. It looks like a war zone out here, basically.
How do you think these people feel about America? Do you think is America a place they want to be?
Yeah, for sure. They'd love to move out here, bro.
If someone can live in Piedras Negras, come over here and do a fast food job and go back at night, is that going to change their family's life? Or is that really going to help them?
That's gonna change their family's life.
So if you look at what people have to cross to get here, there's barbed wire in the in the weeds right there. People drown in the Rio Grande, right? For some reason, it's kind of a treacherous river.
Oh, this river goes on forever. There's spots where it's more shallow. There's spots where like it's easier for them, but it's still hard, bro.
It's just crazy to me to think that a couple hundred feet can be the difference between poverty and a life that's a little bit better.
Crazy to think about. I was like, you gotta stay humble and grateful. But
Can you call him back up?
Sí, la cámara. No sé si tengan que pagar impuestos.
El usa en la cama también. We thought we were getting hustled, and then we made a sex joke, and we were good. So humor crosses all borders, folks.
They're straight trying to hustle us, bro.
You think that's what it was?
He was like, oh, pues, a ver si son unos impuestos para cruzarlas. Like,
Yeah,
I'm just
bullshit.
like,
He's trying to tax us. I know what impuestos are. I don't like them here. I don't like them in the United States either. And that's just because their salary's so low, just to bolster what they do.
Bro, exactly.
I wanted to know how Mexican locals felt about America. Is it still viewed as the land of opportunity? Did they believe in the hope of the American dream? So I went to a town just over the border to talk to some locals.
Hola, me llamo Tomás y estoy aquí con Fernando, Carlos, con mucho gusto. ¿Cómo es vida en Piedras Negras?
Pues la vida aquí en Piedras Negras, joven, pues primeramente, antes que todo, pues la seguridad es muy tranquila, aquí tienen muy buena seguridad.
Muy bien, gracias a Dios.
Es muy bonita y bien tranquilo.
¿Qué piensas sobre América? ¿Es un lugar que quieres vivir?
¿Oh, sí?
¿Sí?
No.
¿No quieres? ¿Piensas que hay más oportunidades ahí que aquí?
Allá.
¿Por qué?
Es mejor pagado allá.
Allá hay más oportunidades que aquí.
Por el renta aquí, ¿cuánto cuesta por mes?
2,000, 3,000 pesos.
Bueno, yo ahí donde estoy ahorita es aquí en un hotel, me cobran 500 pesos diarios.
Inmigración ilegal es un viaje muy peligroso, ¿sí? ¿Conoces gente que hacen el viaje?
Sí, tengo amigos ahorita que están en San Antonio, en Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Sí, soy de Wisconsin. Hay gente en Estados Unidos que piensa que Estados Unidos es el lugar muy peor
El peor país
y horrible.
El peor
No es cierto, porque yo trabajo de allá.
¿Qué es tu trabajo?
Yo trabajo en una compañía de demolición.
Sí.
Es mucho más cara la vida aquí que allá con los salarios aquí. que aquí suben más la comida que los salarios.
Hay mucha gente que se pasa para allá y
No quieren
creen que
trabajar.
ándale, sí.
Hay más oportunidades que aquí.
Le dan food stamps, le dan de comida, le dan casa,
Todo, pues,
le dan
allá
dinero,
ayudan.
le dan todo y no quieren trabajar.
No, no, pues que pues, allá hay más oportunidades, ¿no? Sí.
¿Tienes un mensaje para la gente?
Que Dios me los cuide a los que estén allá y que le echen ganas en el trabajo.
Salir adelante, pues hay que trabajar, va, para que ver el resultado, echarle ganas.
El mensaje es que todos tenemos que estar unidos para poder salir adelante. Porque si no nos unimos entre todos, nunca vamos a salir adelante.
That's crazy out this one bridge away.
Hello, ¿cómo está?
A bridge away.
Thank you.
Crazy.
Rapping, kept my foot on the gas, then I pressed down and I caught traction. Got all state for insurance, every beat I hop on, I'm a
We're in the car right now, gonna meet our contact, then we're gonna go to the safe house. So first we gotta pass inspection, they gotta make sure that we're not snitches, not, you know, cops, and then we're gonna pull up. See you guys in a second. All right, we're here in where's this, a trap house? We're gonna talk to some fellas that are in the business of moving people.
Got Mr. Punk at the feds.
What's going on, big dog?
Pero if only this fucking table was higher, right?
So how would you describe yourself? What's your role or occupation?
Money's a motivation, right? That describes me, money. What
Okay.
am I? Money.
What part do you play in that story of immigration?
Well, immigration, like, we're border babies. We were grown in the border. We know everything, like, how shit goes. It's like, even if you don't want to know, it's just the border shit's going on, you feel me?
I was looking at the numbers. So this year is a record of immigration in the United States. 2.7 million people have come across the border. A lot from...
That have got caught.
No, just have crossed the border, period. A lot from Venezuela, Colombia. What are you seeing? Like, what is the primary reason you see people cross the border?
But shit, like, when I first got out, like, 6 months ago, they were over there in the Hondureños, man. The Honduras from Haiti and all that shit. They were like black people.
Mhm.
But they
I
didn't
heard
know
about the Haiti shit.
That was the
That happened in
caravan?
Del Rio, way. They had like
Bullshit.
1,500 people, way. Right here in Quemado, they caught like 600-700, and that happens all the time, way. Like,
What are people's primary motivation for coming here? What do they think they're gonna find in the
shit,
United
they're
States?
just not what they think. I could tell you that much, because niggas think it's sweet over here. It's different for them,
Tongue
because, you
deep
know what I'm saying? Like,
different.
they're already coming, and they don't know what's out
Tongue
here. Like,
deep,
they
got
just
it,
know what
bro.
their family tells them, what they see on TV, what they see on the news, you know? And they think, like, oh, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna get rich. But it's not like a one-day thing, you know? The way it's supposed to be is like a week, you'll be where you're supposed to be. But the way it's set up right now, like, it's so fucked up. There's a lot of people stealing people, like, you know? doing
Stealing
weird shit.
people.
There's a lot of people that
God
don't pick up while
damn.
getting stranded.
He
How
didn't
tough
say
is the journey
things, he
to
said
get? Let's say
people.
I was illegal, I was in Mexico.
Damn.
How do I go about getting here? Is it
They say
dangerous?
if I was illegal and I was in Mexico and I knew what I knew now, I wouldn't even want to cross, fam. More struggle to get over here. Yes, way. It's so bitch full. Like, sometimes it's easy, yeah.
Is it dangerous to come here? Like, is it a risky, scary, like, is it a journey that's...
It's just the world itself is a dangerous place. You don't have to be in a certain location. Like, even in the richest parts, like, some shiesty shit could go down.
So do you feel like you're helping people, or do you feel like, hey, I'm just a businessman? Just...
Nah, at first, I was like, nah, man, I just wanted to get bread. But then, like, you start meeting these niggas and you, like, and I tell them what it
Niggas.
is. Like, hey, what's up? Like, how'd you end up here? Like, what's going on?
Someone's hip. I don't see your hip. Whoa, what's that?
Because we found people too, like Andy nigga will be at the
The
park
bro got a
playing
whole
basketball, some nigga walk up to us talking
bullet
about
belt
people where
on
the
him?
train tracks are.
Damn.
Cause look, to cross, you gotta hire somebody that
Damn.
knows people. First, let's say they're coming from Honduras, they gotta cross through a
Damn.
bunch of fucking checkpoints in Mexico. And that by itself, just to get to Honduras, to here to Piedras, is gonna cost them about $5 bands. And then from
Damn.
here to San Antonio, which is a 2-hour drive, that's gonna cost them at least another $5 bands.
So for
And then-
someone that's dirt poor, how do they come up with 10 grand to cross the border?
It's
10
crazy 'cause
grand
you
just
wouldn't
to
believe me if I
cross.
told you, and I
God
still don't believe
damn.
them. The people that already crossed, they help the people that want to cross. So the niggas that are over here and have bread, they'll lend money to someone, they'll finance them.
So they'll get a
It's
construction...
crazy, right? It's crazy.
So someone will get like a construction job and send money back home to
yeah,
finance
like
it.
let's say somebody's brother, he needs the bread, so he's gonna pay for his brother. When his brother's up there, he's gonna be paying them off because they already have it lined up, where they already have a job and everything. Well, what an American could do for them today is just drive from here up, right? So it depends, cause look, a lot of people do it for $1,000 each person.
For wherever they
From
want to
here
go
San
up?
Antonio or Houston.
Damn.
Okay. So what is your role with what you do? Like, are you taking people from Mexico to
Smuggler.
Texas, or are you taking people within the states?
What, did you say mafia smuggler?
How often do you
God
make that
damn.
journey?
Rarely.
Just when you need cash, you kind of go do it? And is it pretty much you're just praying that the cops don't pull you over and you just...
It's not praying, it's just don't think about it. You feel me?
How old are you, roughly?
I'm 15.
Okay, how did you get into this?
you just said?
How old are you, roughly?
15!
Okay, how did you get into this game? They're from Honduras?
The driver is spotted by 2 men walking on the side of the road.
You down there if they're not from here?
Hola, hola, me llamo Tomás, soy con...
Pastor y Leonel.
Okay, ¿y de dónde eres?
Venezuela.
Let's take you up to speed on the story of our two immigrant friends, Leonel and Pastor. To get here from Venezuela, they traveled the last 2 months largely on foot. This is them walking through the jungle, on a boat, and making some friends.
Escucho que en Venezuela que hay un crisis, ¿sí? Uno de 3 personas no tiene acceso a agua y comida, es la verdad.
Correcto, correcto.
¿Qué es la situación en Venezuela?
El gobierno nos ha robado todo el dinero de allá en otras naciones.
No hay trabajo, no hay comida,
Medicina, los hospitales.
no hay nada.
Describe el líder de Venezuela.
Es un dictador, él
El presidente es un dictador allá que no deja que uno progrese. Todas las empresas las ha apropiado.
Propia todo.
Muchos se han ido por eso, pues, porque no dejan
He
que...
controls everything. He won't let anybody get further in life.
¿Cómo vives aquí? Like, ¿tienes una casa para dormir? Like, ¿cómo survive?
En el tren, tenemos 3 días que no hemos comido hasta hoy.
Tenemos frío, no hemos
Ya no, hecho frío, el frío me está enfermando ya.
¿Cómo fue tu viaje de Venezuela de aquí? Like, ¿cuántos días? Like, ¿necesita un guía?
Principalmente el guía de nosotros fue el que está allá arriba, el Rey de Reyes, Dios. El primer viaje que tomamos fue la selva del Darién, no sé si la has escuchado. Duramos 2 días y medio caminando la selva.
Queda entre Panamá y Colombia esa selva, para poder cruzar hacia Panamá.
Muchas personas muertas porque se lo llevó el río. Desde ahí pasamos para Panamá. Panamá vinimos viajando en buses. Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, Guatemala y México.
¿Qué fue la parte más peligroso o duro o difícil sobre el viaje?
México.
¿Por qué?
Nos bajan de los buses, nos rompen el permiso y nosotros la verdad hemos caminado kilómetros y kilómetros. Ya me empezó un dolor aquí en la rodilla.
Todo México lo hemos transitado caminando, si no agarramos el tren y en el tren corremos peligro de que nos agarren los carteles, nos roban.
Antier se nos mató un amigo, antier en el tren.
Amigo de nosotros.
Iba montado arriba y...
Vamos a saltar esto, compramos comida y cuando tienes comida podemos hablar un poco más, ¿ok? Let's get them food first. Puede pedir, pero cada tú quieres en el menú. So, we're going back to meet the 2 Venezuelan boys. And initially our plan was to bring them back to the Airbnb and let them sleep there. But after talking to a couple locals here, they were like, hell no. Some of them said this is a 5 to 10 year potential sentence if we do that. To me, it is so crazy to think that giving someone somewhere, a place that is warm to sleep for one night to give them a little bit of relief from this 2-month journey that they've experienced. Like, they've experienced hell in these last 2 months. They hadn't eaten in 3 days. They were wandering around hungry and cold and tired. And all of us were on board. Let's bring them back to the place to let them sleep. Let's give them a bed. Let's give them showers. Fear's kind of winning out on this one. Although it'd be a great gift to give them, it's not worth 5 to 10 years. You could get put in a cage for doing what you think is totally the right thing. Helping 2 people. Like, imagine if you were lost, you were in some foreign, unknown place, hungry and cold. It was illegal to help you. Like, you would just hope that someone would help you. So we're gonna get them some supplies that at the very least they stay warm another night. Keegan, any thoughts?
Kind of with you on that. It's just, you can't do the right thing because it'll put us away and, kind of compromise our position.
Miguel.
I was on board with it, but...
Miguel was gung ho, dude.
Yeah.
He ripped his jacket off.
I'm rooting for them, but, we can't to a full extent,
Miguel's parents are from Mexico. What would your parents say if we got caught doing this?
I feel like my dad would be like, hey, let's go. Like
cheering for you?
Yeah, he's like, hey, I with that, but, he'd still be like, you're done,
We're gonna go get supplies for these guys. We're gonna go try and find them. So these guys are trying to get to Chicago, so they are going to be hurting if they don't have some warmth. So yeah, let's get them some food, let's get them some layers.
Y los metemos en el carro y nos vamos para otro lado y nos pescan. Son 5 o 10 años para todos los cabrones aquí. Mira, como quiera le compró comida, le compró algo para dormir.
Quiero darte un lugar a dormir, pero es 10 años, so es muy loco que es un regla, pero tengo cosas para tú. Hey, there's border patrol. Literally, our hearts are racing, dude. Okay, let's get this thing going. And that they
Hombre, lo deseamos que sí la hacen, lo deseamos que sí ganen un trabajo, lo deseamos que estamos
Give them the
que
rest of the plastic
ustedes van a trabajar duro y deseamos que encuentren lo que encuentren. Y además,
mantener en contacto por tu teléfono, okay? Quiero escuchar sobre tu historia.
dude, when that border patrol passed, I was like, but dude, he said,
Get the light back, get the light back.
He said they don't come over here. They're probably like used to them passing. And earlier they said, bro, there's so many of them around here. Border patrol pass, and they already know they're illegal, but they kind of just ignore them. Like there's just so many of them out here, bro. That's what they're saying.
I don't know if it's because I'm cold or nervous, but I have the shakes.
You got them top and bottom thermal.
Yeah.
Dude, they'll be toasty in that sleeping bag, bro, like you said.
They have all those layers.
The fact that you got them 2 sleeping bags, like, dude, they're golden, dog. They're gonna go stash out somewhere right here. That's what I told them, go find somewhere warm. I was getting real nervous, bro. My Spanish was all f***ing up because I was just
Were you scared about border control?
Bro, straight up, but when he said, no, they won't come back, I remember what they just told me.
He looped around and came back, and then they came back again, and we were just
The
like...
first time I saw it, I'm like, oh shit.
A couple hours after we had got them some supplies from Walmart, Lionel and Pastor were picked up by the Border Patrol. They were stripped of their belongings and deported back to Mexico. Their hope is to cross again and make it to Cleveland or Chicago, where they can find factory work through their Venezuelan friends and contacts that have already made the trip. At the time of posting this video, they are still stuck in Mexico. Their only option is to save up about $2 grand and find a good coyote that can help them cross again. This story made me realize how lucky I am simply to have been born in the United States, a place with great opportunity and standard of living comparatively. I did nothing to earn my American status. I was just lucky that my parents had me here. I wish the best for Lionel and Pastor and think about the millions of people in similar situations to them.
We've taken you across the border to talk to people. We took you to a place where people transport, you know, we met some guys that transport folks, and now we met some actual immigrants. And so this isn't, we might do a part 2 on this someday because I think there's enough to do many stories on this. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next week.
I'm glad Tommy
Flipping shit like the bitch did.
you know? Tommy G's such a good fucking dude, man. Love Tommy G.